All right, Scorpio, we are entering your season. And quite honestly, you guys have more than likely are going to have the most intense of changes right now. All Scorpio placements are currently under the control of Pluto at that 29 degrees of Capricorn, where it's just breaking down those old cycles, the old people having authority over you, where places you may have authority over other people, standing in your power, taking control, taking your own authority. Like, you guys are in like this major transformational time period. Now, if you've been embracing it and kind of going with the punches here and then rolling with the flow, you might come out of this fairly okay. But if you've been fighting it, you're going to start seeing like stuff forcing you to make the changes, because Pluto's going to be there at that 29 degrees up until like the last couple of days of Scorpio season. And we've got some real feisty aspects building over the next like week and a half or so that's really going to start kind of blowing things up, and you're going to see some real changes. Again, if you've been kind of going with the flow on these changes, you might go through it a little easier. There's still going to be some confrontations come up, and some events may still happen, but you're still going to be doing pretty well compared to others, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into the cards here. I didn't even get to ask the question, and it popped out there. The Chariot. This is Scorpio season as a whole for Scorpio. So you're moving forward. You're like taking charge, standing in your power, and you are moving forward now. Again, if you've really been embracing these changes and going with the flow, you're going to see some movement for sure. Absolutely. So what is something unexpected for Scorpio? Four of Wands, there's a celebration. So things might have been very hard recently. You might have been really fighting these changes, and maybe you finally hit a point where you're like, you know what, we're going to let go and let God. Whatever happens, happens, right? This is going to bring that celebration. This is going to bring potential commitment, having some fun, enjoying things. Things might just be really, really heavy. I'm almost seeing this as this Mars-Pluto opposition that's going to happen. That's going to be real, real spicy. Like, it just like breaks something loose for you to where you can like take off and move forward and actually have fun and celebrate something, okay? Let's see. How to stay grounded. How can Scorpio stay grounded? Page of Pentacles. How to stay grounded is to stay grounded. Okay, so definitely make sure you're slowing down. You're not trying to rush through anything. You're not trying to force anything. Just keep your feet on the ground here. Learn what you need to learn. Page of Pentacles is oftentimes seen as that student, the person who is taking their time to actually learn something and study something. So make sure that you are slowing down. You're not trying to rush any processes. You're not trying to just make things stable now. Just take your time with things and allow it to unfold as it needs to fold, and just pay attention to how things are unfolding, okay? An important emotion. I think I saw what that was. Hold on. Yep, there it is. Same thing I got for Libra. Death and Rebirth, the Scorpio card. So this transformation, like Scorpio being a fixed sign oftentimes is a little bit on the stubborn side. I know I have me some Scorpio placements too, and I get very stubborn when it comes to those particular subjects that those planets are related to. But sometimes when you let go, when you start letting these changes happen, this transformation happen, and you start seeing the progress that comes out of that, it's a very rewarding. So like, this is an important emotion to have, is being able to just like release the control on that and allow the changes to happen, so that once you get to the other side of it, then you can take control again. Then you can actually do something with those changes that happen, okay? Something that will inspire Scorpio. Oh, we got a couple of them. Nine of Pentacles and King of Wands, or King of Swords. So, if there is something that you have been building, because that Pluto is at 29 Capricorn, you're going to see a lot of pushback from folks talking about, well, this is the way it's supposed to be done. You have to keep this job. You have to do this thing. You have to have this stuff in your life. Like, you're going to see a lot of that. We're seeing like this death of the capitalism, and there's going to be a lot of like power struggles to try to keep it going, right? So you guys are going to get a lot of pushback. So whatever it is that makes you feel abundant, you're going to need to stand up for it, right? And it's like, once you start actually speaking up and you start saying, hey, no, that's not where I'm happy. That's not where I feel abundant. This is where I'm happy. This is where I feel abundant. And you can kiss my ass if you want to stop me from doing it. Once you're able to stand your ground in that, that can really give you that inspiration to keep going and keep moving forward as well. Spirit guides speaking. Yeah, King of Swords can have some spicy words. He can definitely be an asshole when he needs to be an asshole, just to let you know. Spirit guides speaking. Are you guys like on the same page as Libra? I don't know what's going on with this one. 6 Cups. So there's something from your past that you need to revisit here. There's some also kind of leaning into like that inner child energy as well, that finding that like innocence type of energy and being able to kind of just enjoy things, especially when we have this 4 of Wands up here and this something unexpected. But you may be needing to revisit something from your past when you start getting into that, especially with that Mars being in Cancer that's going to oppose Pluto here in this next week and a half or so. That's going to bring things up from the past. Cancer has a very strong attachment to the past, and we all know Scorpio doesn't let go of anything. So you could see some stuff from the past come up. When it does, listen very carefully to what's going on. Pay close attention to the situation. There's some type of message in there for you. How to best support yourself. The Wheel. Let the changes happen. Do not hold yourself back. This is like, this is Wheel of Fortune, right? Like, so it's very fortunate. This is a good change. So make sure you're not fighting it. Let go and let God type of energy here. Allow those changes to happen and that movement forward to happen for you. Again, you and Libra on the same flipping page. 2 of Cups. There's, this does not have to be romantic, by the way. This can be friendships as well. There's this underlying connections with others, whether it's romantic, friendship, partnership. There's an emotional connection here, though, so keep that in mind. This isn't necessarily like, again, romantic, but it's definitely got the emotional ties. There's some kind of connection with other people that is driving this here, whether that is them holding you back or them helping you forward, okay? Clarifiers for the Chariot. Let's see what we get here. 3 of Pentacles. Well, that's usually about your work. I don't see a lot of jobs end, by the way, too. This last push through Capricorn, I think we're going to see like a mass exodus of workers over this next month, to be honest with you. Come on. Ooh, there we go. We've got Knight of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. So yes, very so Ace of Pentacles is like a new beginning, new offer, usually of the financial sort, right? Then we have our 3 of Pentacles and Knight of Swords here. Maybe you're really struggling at work. Maybe you want to cuss everybody else out at work. Maybe it's just time for you to leave, right? Take that initiative and move somewhere else. Go forward. If you're being held back at work, you're finding yourself in constant like power struggles with people at work. It might just be time to go somewhere else and do something else, do something new, and find your place in a different space. 10 of Swords on the bottom. So yep, there's that ending, that painful ending. So if you've really been clinging to that job or that situation or that career, you might really be seeing yourself forced to go elsewhere. Oracle cards. What is influencing Scorpio for Scorpio season? What is influencing? Actually, like, this is going to be a really intense time for you guys, but I also think it's going to be a really beneficial time as well. So as long as you're not like fighting the changes, the more you fight it, the worse it gets. Again, I have Scorpio placements in When I say the worse it gets, the worse it gets. I mean, like, I mean it. It gets bad. It can get more intense than you ever thought, okay? All right. What is influencing intuition? Make sure that you are listening to your intuition. You're Scorpio. You're already psychic as all hell. So make sure that you are listening. Don't talk yourself out of what your intuition is telling you, okay? And what is your advice? There we go. Awakening. Pay attention to these new things that are coming out, the new things that you're seeing, stuff that maybe you've been ignoring. There's a real potential here that you can start seeing some trauma triggers, honestly, particularly from places where people have had authority over you. So definitely pay attention. If you're starting to see trauma triggers come up, really listen to them, because they will show you the way. They will show you where you've been being held back, and it'll put you in this space of awakening. Really look at what's truly going on around you. Like, don't stay in your head, in your subconscious. Really look outside of you right now and pay attention to what's really going on. You guys are intuitive. You guys can see these things. You see everything that's going on. Make sure you're actually paying attention to it. So we have beauty on the bottom. So it's like being able to find the beauty in the ugly. Like, that's just kind of a Scorpio trait as well. Like, those of us with that prominent Scorpio, we can look at some of the ugliest thing and go, but hey, it's actually not that bad. Or maybe it is. Usually it's not that bad to us because we've already been through every kind of hell and back. So to us, we can find where the beauty is in the transformations, right? We can see where it's heading from here, even when things are really hard. So definitely make sure you're listening to that intuition. You're allowing the changes to happen. You're not fighting them. Any place where there's like some kind of authoritative nature, that whole masculine culture that's dying, that patriarchy type of culture that is very much dying. You're allowed to feel your feelings. Go ahead and feel your feelings. You're allowed to be emotional. You're allowed to be upset when things are upsetting. So don't hold back anymore. Stand up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. Listen to your intuition, and head towards your space for you. And it's stand in your power. Like, this is Scorpio's time to take control of their own lives.